Hello, hello, welcome back to Underrated Movies. I'm your guy, I'm your man, Mr. Alton Henry. Today I would like to talk to you of another underrated film that is currently available on Tubi, another A24 gem called Zola, starring, get the cast here. And it's based off the true story event, I guess somebody posted on Reddit or Twitter, and it went viral of a person named um, Isaiah Zola who encounters um, somebody that she meets at the diner she works with, and they get her involved in a very crazy weekend. Which that's all I'll say on here to well to censor some of the stuff that goes on into this movie because this movie is a bit crazy. At first, I wasn't liking it for like the first 30 minutes. Because me personally, I didn't like any of the characters. The characters just well, I didn't like it. Couldn't relate to them. But the film, I think, directs it to where you're not supposed to relate to them. You're just here to understand how one particular person got into a situation, and it was pretty much a dangerous position. Um, where you have the lead, Taylor Page, who again works at a diner, and she meets Rayleigh. Forgot her character's name in the movie, and the two actually kind of hit it off um, as friends, and then she immediately invites her out to a weekend with her friend. She doesn't say who it is, but she say friend, and then Zola starts to ask questions about, okay, well, who's your friend? What's going on? And it turns out, I'm trying to find the best way to put this. They have a little business going on, and the business involves around setting up clients for money. That's how I'll put it that way. And Zola has no idea because the girl didn't tell her everything about her business and gets her involved in it. Where she is like, what the heck did you get me into? Now, for starters, she kind of helps her out a little bit to earn more money to kind of better um, to better pitch yourself for a better offer. But as the movie kind of goes on, it gets a little bit more deeper in that when they kind of get involved in some criminal activities and things one led to another. And it's kind of more of a escalated series of adventures that led the um, to Zola pretty much surviving the weekend. And the movie's like 85 minutes long. It's actually pretty short. It's probably one of the shortest A24 films that I've seen, and it's a film that's actually really straight to the point. I think and I kind of really love the storytelling, how this director kind of chose to the way the director chooses to tell this story, where it's all on Zola's perspective. And then when it gets to a certain point into the like later third act into the film tries to switch it a little bit where it's the other character, but switching it from her perspective, but in a more exaggerated way, which we all know that in the film, Zola's perspective is the more accurate one. And it was an interesting choice. And I think what really got me to stay along in this film was the interesting choices that the director chooses to make with this film. And I thought it was very unique and creative to kind of get you involved with the story. And I thought it kind of helped made the story go by a bit quicker. And there are some things in there that honestly, Me personally, there's some things that go on into this film where I just it was just it does leave a bad taste in your mouth. Just was specifically for me. It was it was a bit heavy, but it's also very entertaining at the same time, and it does kind of I think reach this point that we're kind of shitty people in a way. I think that's what the main theme of this film was really kind of going for, and it's very it really makes you think about our society of how low we stooped to to a degree, and I won't really say much about anything else that goes into the film. Uh, my view of the film got better after the first 30 minutes because I was not digging the characters. And that's not the fault of the film, that's just the way the characters were designed into the film. And, but the more it went on, the more I found it to be more interesting. I actually remembered seeing the trailer advertised for the theater to go see this film. Unfortunately, I didn't get the time to see it, but it's now available on Tubi. But I'll say check it out. It's a very interesting film. The story is I wouldn't say crazy, but it's very interesting. And to know this is somewhat based off a true story, claiming it's based off a true story, I love the direction that they took with this. Zola, have you seen it? Comment below, let me know if you have, and let me know what is your favorite underrated movie.